Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people's prayers have been answered from the Sparking Zero Gods, aka Bandai Namco. First of all, I want to start with the video by saying they completely cooked with this patch. Now, this patch comes out December 12th or Thursday, tomorrow. And yeah, you read the thumbnail. Super counters got nerfed. I'm not upset. I really don't care, to be honest, but I just want to see how this works in game a little bit. But let's go over the patch notes. So all stages are now available in offline player 1 versus player 2 battles. I never really played offline, so I didn't know about that, or that it wasn't accessible. All stages weren't accessible, but that's cool to hear. Battle setup. A function allowing you to change characters' display method has been added. The My Sets function has been added for team members. Cool. Ranked play match. I think this is one of the biggest things that we've gotten, is that you can now skip the intro battle animations. This requires both players to input the skip command. So it's like Tekken, where one person skips and the other person has to skip. Yeah, that's literally what I was asking for, because some intros are so long. But I wonder how this is going to work if you're like spectating a match. Like if it does that, if you're spectating a match, or you could just skip by yourself. I would imagine it would just work when both players just input it. Player match. You can now set your team to hidden or reveal to your opponent when editing your team. Wait, that's actually huge. What the? Okay, I feel like that would be more huge in like ranked though. I feel like player match, it doesn't really matter. Somebody knows, I guess. But like in ranked, that would matter a lot. Maybe they're going to test it out in player match to see how that works with everybody, but in ranked, that would be like a completely game changer, I guess. I don't know. Custom battle mode. Text can now be sorted alphabetically. Okay. That's just a change. Options. You can now set the battle camera distance to be closer. Now, I feel like the camera is pretty good. I don't think it needs to be changed, but I mean, unless people want to change it to be closer, I don't think your camera should be closer, to be honest. I think it's a perfect camera, but I don't know. I never had anybody complain about the camera. Now, here are the real changes right here. Battle system adjustments. So these are the new battle systems, etc. I'm going to be cooking with this new movement tech. High speed drag and dash, new action. The new quick movement action, high speed drag and dash, where you can move quickly towards your opponent, has been added. Perform with RT and holding X, PS5, or RT and holding A, Xbox. Now, I hate to keep rubbing this in your face, but I do play with keyboard, and this is important to me because I have no idea what these inputs are. So can somebody comment what RT and X is, or RT and A for Xbox, because I have no idea what that means. I'm going to try to convert that to my keyboard to see what that means. But this new movement tech is extremely huge. I wonder if it's going to take keybar, and if it does, how much keybar. If it doesn't take a lot, I need to see how it looks, to be honest. If it all depends on how it looks, and if it's a good like movement tech, then I'll abuse it. And I feel like this right here is going to create a wide skill gap. This might be something that they had in like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, where Budokai Tenkaichi 3 they had insane movement, and I think this might be it. If this is it, then this game just got way more competitive. Smash attack. You will no longer be stunned when hit by a rush key blast when charging a smash attack. This is huge. So we have no more spammers. We basically have no more spammers. So no more Broly spamming. What's that one guy that spams with Kefla and thinks it takes skill or whatever? They just nerfed that, right? Isn't that guy going to be in like shambles? When charging a smash attack during a rush attack, charge time reduction based on hit count has been increased. So what I like about Bandai is that they're literally giving us every single thing that we asked for, and they did it fast. I'm not gonna lie, to do this all in the span of like 1 month and give everybody, literally everybody, what they asked for. They gave the whole community what they asked for. I think nobody can even complain about these patch notes, because it's just going down when I'm just reading and going down, and these are just the best patch notes I'm reading already, and we're not even done yet. We're close though. You can now move while deflecting rush key blast. Oh my god, bro. When I play, I would move and try to deflect at the same time, and I keep forgetting that you can't do that. So now like my muscle memory is going to be rewarded, because I always was doing that. So again, nobody can sit back and just spam key blast against you, and you just have to stand there in one position. Now you can actually move. This is going to change gameplay so much. What I'm reading is that they're just getting rid of spamming. They're just increasing the skill gap way more. I might start playing DP. The time between being able to fire next rush key blast after firing maximum consecutive amount at once, different for each character, has been increased. So basically androids got nerfed. I feel like this impacts like Android users the most, and like Broly's and Keflas. You will now no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step. Rush Ki Blast and Smash Ki Blast can now be evaded. I thought these always can be evaded. What do they mean by evaded? Do they mean like you could teleport it down? I always thought you could teleport these. Unless I'm thinking of a different attack. Some guru in the comments, please tell me. Z Burst Dash. The amount of ki consumed when activating Z Burst has been increased. Oh my god, this is gonna be huge. Bro, they're literally just making this game harder. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the quote unquote top players that you see on YouTube, quote unquote, are going to be completely exposed. This is going to be funny. I love this patch. This comes out tomorrow, right? Yeah, it comes out tomorrow. Yeah, if you guys want to see me play this patch, that's Tymierrr, Tymier with 3 R's on Twitch. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow, right when this junk goes live. So tune in. Burst Smash. Ki will no longer be consumed when activating it and will instead consume an amount based on the distance traveled. Wow. That's insane. So they're literally, so it's like you can be aggressive, but like if you are, you will lose way more ki than how much you used to lose now. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to think the amount of ki that you lost was fine, but now they're just making it even harder. Ki management is gonna be way more important now. Blast damage has been increased when using a boost. Z search will no longer lose track of your opponent when characters are swapped. You will now quickly regain sight of your opponent if they enter your line of sight from the front when Z search is not locked onto them. Okay, I think a lot of people were having a problem with it came to the camera and people getting locked on, or you getting locked on, especially when you get hit with a ultimate and your camera just automatically goes off. I think that's fine. But there are certain things where you just lose sight of your character or sight of the enemy for no reason. And I think the only time where it's acceptable when you lose sight of the character or sight of your enemy is when you get hit by an ult and instant transmission. Besides that, I think it should always be locked on. So I'm glad that they did this. Z counter. Oh my god. They done nerfed super counters. Oh no. I'm just kidding. I'm perfectly fine. Super counters, bro. I don't really care that they got nerfed. Z counter. The input window has been shortened. Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively, meaning you can't spam it. Ki consumed has been increased when successfully performing a Z counter. Skill count increase speed has been reduced when successfully performing a Z counter. Oh my god, they nerfed super counters. They listen to everybody. Well, yeah, they listen to everybody, kinda. I don't know, a lot of people didn't want them nerfed, but there's like a few people who are like, oh, you could just spam super counters. Oh my god, you just spam them. And I was like, listen, if they nerf them, it's perfectly fine. I don't care. If they keep them, I don't care. It's perfectly fine. Either way, I'm still gonna hit my super counters. So if you guys want an updated guide on how to super counter in this new patch, please leave a comment below, because I'm gonna have to make a new guide. It's okay though, we'll make a new guide. Revenge counter. Skill count consumed when perception. Skill count consumed when using perception against revenge counter has been reduced from 2 to 1. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be like a more combat. So what I'm seeing is they're increasing like how hard it is for you to use your ki, or it's just gonna be harder to be like extremely aggressive because you're gonna have to manage your ki way more. That's what I'm seeing. And they want people to fight way more. They want it to feel like an actual Dragon Ball game. I'm loving this patch so far. Everything I'm reading, I'm loving. I don't have a disagreement about anything that I'm reading so far. Rush attacks during sparking mode. Gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased. I think this is a really good one, because think about it. Let's say somebody gets you from the back and is giving you back shots when they're in sparking mode, and then super counters are already harder to do, right? So it's like, if they're harder to do, they can't keep them at the same damage, because the rush attacks in sparking mode used to do a lot of damage. So now that it does, it's going to be manageable, especially with the harder super counters. It's going to be manageable, and I like this. That's pretty good. I always thought that rush attacks during sparking mode did too much damage, especially the fact that some characters already had an unblockable ult, so it's like you could combo 2 and 2, and it didn't have like damage reduction. So this is perfectly fine, because now Jiren can't just spam square on you and then you get knocked down when he's done doing his rush attacks into his ult, and it just does all your health. Like, I think there's going to be damage reduction there, and that's pretty good. The final attack of area combos and area slash attacks will no longer be interrupted by guarding. This is very, very important because I feel like in Raging Blast and Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the aerial combos, like the final hits, you couldn't evade those. If you got hit by the other ones, you just got hit by the final one. So they're making it kind of like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and Raging Blast. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the times I used to think in my head that they would get hit by the final one because it's what I'm used to. So the fact that they're bringing that back is, oh my god, it's perfect. I'm not talking about Cell. A health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. Perfect. Thank God. So now I can play DP again. Now people can't cheese and use those Android characters into Yajirobe and all that. Like I could actually play DP. Okay, perfect. Z burst dash. Z burst giant characters? No way. The tackle done by giant characters during Z burst dashes is now guardable. Yeah, every giant character is dropping down to like D rank. Yeah, GG. So if you play giant after this patch, you're going to be a skillful player because that's literally what every giant player relies on, is that unblockable dash. So now that they don't have that, oh yeah, it's cooked. It's wraps. I'm not going to lie. It's actually wraps. Because I feel like that was the one thing that made giants just annoying, but even then I still felt like giants weren't completely broken. I just thought it was something annoying they had. I thought they were still beatable, but now I think that just puts giants in like such a lower category. But we'll see though. There's still going to be people who cook up, so we'll see what happens. Skill adjustment. Skills that cause instant sparking mode. Skill count consumed has been increased. Oh my god. Skills that increase stats in general. Skill count consumed has been decreased. Seriously? Why? Okay, well, I guess we're just going to have to see how this works in game. I mean, I agree with this one. I agree with the skill count consumed has been increased for sparking mode, but the increased stats has been decreased. Why? I mean, I guess like lower tier characters have that move, but there are some high tier characters that have a move that increases their stats, and skill count consumed has been decreased. So like it takes less, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess. After image strike. Oh my god, they nerfed it. After image strike, effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds and will be removed if your opponent uses perception while you are under effect. So after image strike, it's actually, oh my god, it's actually easier to counter. Wait, so not only, because after image strike used to be 15 seconds, but when you used to use perception on after image strike, they would just stand there and then TP, and then you have to keep doing it for 15 seconds, right? You just have to play defensively for 15 seconds, and 15 seconds in any fighting category is a long time, especially if there's like no counter. The only counter being key blast, but you have no key, is just like you're done for. But 15 seconds in any fighting game is a lot. That's a long time. And the fact that it was reduced to 10, and not only you can counter it with perception now. Oh my god. Listen, after image strike is no longer meta. I feel like if you get hit with after image strike, it's your fault, because they literally gave you 2 counters, it being 10 seconds now for 15 and using perception. It's going to be your fault getting hit by that. False courage. Skill count consumed has been increased from 1 to 2. Technique, all I need is 5 seconds. Isn't this Goku? I'm pretty sure this is Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Skill count consumed has been increased from 3 to 2, and status increase upon activation has been increased. Okay, so Super Saiyan 4 Goku is meta now? Because that all I need is 5 seconds. That boosts every single stat by like 3. So he might actually be meta. If it's only 2, that's low-key better than Wild Sense, because Wild Sense is so easy to counter. This you can't counter. He gets increased on every single stat. I low-key might use Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Stardust Barrier, you cannot activate it while receiving melee attacks from the front. I didn't know you couldn't do that before. Blast adjustments. Long range blast and ultimate blast speed has been reduced, thank god. Super Vegito final Kamehameha, ki consumed and damage has been increased. I agree with that. It didn't really do a lot of damage for a fusion. Goku mini quick rush. Trajectory can now be changed while rushing. Okay, perfect. Hercule present bomb increased, ending lag after activation. Okay, that's good. Character adjustments. Android 19 Dr. Gero, health key amount absorbed on successful throw has been adjusted, so they got nerfed. Thank god. Dragon dash, quick ascend, and quick descend now consume key. Oh, bro, they're literally taking this from the tournament. If you guys don't know, there was a tournament where they banned players out the tournament because they were cheesing way too hard, and that's exactly why I wasn't playing DP. I'm glad that they seen that. And basically is that this guy was running away with Dr. Gero and literally just absorbing this guy's health and just running away, and then doing Dragon dash, quick ascend, quick descend, and it doesn't take a lot of key. So they nerfed that. and thank God. Cell second form, you can now escape the throw, thank God. So Cell second form had an unblockable grab, and you could like loop it, and the only way you could get out the loop is if you super counter. But since they made super counters harder, I'm guessing that they had to make this grab techable now. Cooler, the amount of health restored upon transformation has been increased. Giant characters, increase the time it takes to change a smash attack and reduces power. Oh my god, giant characters really got nerfed. Grade 8 Vegeta, Dr. Willow, maximum health has been reduced, thank God. Other, we have improved performance and ease of use. The application is updated. Okay, my final thoughts on this update is that it is perfect. This is a perfect update. I have no disagreements about anything in this update. I wonder if they're going to just increase or improve the connection in the update, and they just didn't say it, because I've been lagging, and I feel like a lot of people have been lagging recently. So they're probably just going to do that in the background. They're probably not just going to, you know, put that in the patch notes. But everything so far, I love everything about this patch. Now, the ones that stand out to me the most is the new movement tech. The new high-speed dragon dash. I want to see what that looks like, because I want to cook some crazy stuff up with that. And you guys will get a guide when I find something. I'm going to find something. I always find something. I'm the tech guy. So when I find something with this dragon dash, a video will come out. I just want to see how it looks, and I also need to see how to perform this since I'm on keyboard. R2 might be the charging button. I don't know what X is. I don't know. Again, if you play controller, please leave a comment what that means, so I can, you know, create an image in my head what to do. And super counters getting nerfed. Everybody knows that I love super counters. That's my favorite thing in this entire game. They got nerfed. I'm happy, because now people just can't complain when I hit a super counter on them. Oh, you're just smashing. Like, it will take skill now, I guess, and I don't think anybody can really complain about super counters, so that's good. And after image strike, perfect, thank God, bro, because a lot of people were abusing this. Now, it doesn't affect me at all, but I mean, it does affect me. It's easier to counter, but I wasn't really complaining about after image strike. It wasn't something that was really annoying. I would just go instant sparking and spam key blast, but now I don't have to do that. Now I could just use my perception. I think those are the biggest things, or at least in my opinion, the biggest things that's going to change the gameplay. I don't know, but everything on here is literally going to change the gameplay. This looks like a new game. This is going to increase the skill by a significant amount. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will be posting more Sparking Zero videos. I have been on the Rivals of Marvel lately. That game has been a lot of fun, but it seems like we're back with the Sparking Zero videos, and I am completely excited because I also host tournaments in my Discord. Link going to be down and below. It's for everybody. It's a pro cord. Everybody from any console could join, PC, PS5, etc.